Well, now we're recording. Welcome, everyone. Sorry about that. Welcome, everyone. We are going to go over a to the point presentation tonight as far as why it's important that we track our food intake, how to do it. I'm actually going to show you on my screen, and with the mindset that goes with it and the value behind taking the time and putting it into this. Okay, so the first and foremost is going to be if you don't know, you don't know, right? If we'll talk about the most common question I get asked actually in a minute, but really eating healthy means jack. Okay, eating healthy tells us nothing because if you're eating a ton of broccoli and chicken, but you're overeating or undereating, it's still a problem, right? That's why having intake goals is so important. So for example, I'm gonna make a couple analogies to money, and it's gonna make a little more sense that way because when we talk about money, that's a concept we intrinsically get, we feel, we understand. Calorie counting is something we're you know uh, trying to steer away from. So hang tight with me, okay? But if you don't know, you don't know. That's why I always first I go through a question process with everyone. I say, "Great, so what are you eating?" And they tell me all these healthy things, maybe not some of the less than healthy things. And then I always say, "Perfect. So how much are you eating?" And they say, "Oh, I'm eating healthy." That's not an answer though. That's like you saying, to your kid, "How much did you spend?" And then saying, "Oh, it didn't cost a lot." It doesn't give you any information so you can help. All right. So that's kind of the mindset we want to take with our uh, our nutrition. All right. So benefits to tracking. The main benefits are that we know. Okay. Second thing is that we can adjust. And the third is that we can measure. And Kate, I saw you just gave me the thumbs up that you can see my screen, you can hear me. Can you please tell me which slide you see in front of you right now? Is it the benefits to tracking slide? If it is, please let me know. That would mean a lot to me. It is. Yes, I figured this darn thing out. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Lori. Cool. So benefits of tracking, we know, we can adjust, we can measure. That'd be like if you went out and just spent whatever you felt like spending, whether you needed it or not, and you just hoped that things would add up at the end of the month. Usually wouldn't, even if you have a substantial amount of money coming in. Okay? So your financial diet is no different than your food diet. If you manage and track your finances, you should repeat that same habit with your food. Because if you spend more than you make, what happens? Do you make money or do you go into debt? You go into debt. You lose money for that month at least. That is exactly how our food works. Except we want to set ourselves up to lose a little bit, which is the opposite of our money. Okay? It'll make sense in a second. So here's the most common thing I hear, and it goes back to that question process I was saying. So people always come to me to say, I'm eating healthy, but I'm gaining weight. And I always say, perfect. So, what are you eating? They tell me the five things that they know are healthy or believe that are healthy, and then they immediately go into arguing with me and justifying. And I say, well, so how much are you eating? And they say, well, I'm eating pretty good. That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. If you don't know, you don't know. Cutting sugar out of your diet does not guarantee that you'll lose weight. You can lose more weight by eating the right amount of food, but with having sugar in your diet than if you're overeating without sugar. More likely than not, that is how your body will respond. Will you crave foods? Yes. If you have sugar, absolutely. Okay? So that which gets measured gets managed. So let's look at how we do this. Oh, I'm going to show my screen. Let's see my screen. All right. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right, so this is how you do this from the computer. All right, you go in, create an account. Don't overthink it. Don't set up your goals. Okay. All I want you to do is create an account, because here's what you're going to do next. Once you calculate your intake goals, which you'll see in another video, then you want to punch it in. So I go to goals, edit, and here's my current intake goals. My goal every day, because I'm trying to lose some fat, is 2,400 calories per day. And I'm doing 20% carbs, 40% fat, and 40% protein. It does all of the math for me. So what that means is when I'm putting my meals in, oh, lost my screen, uh-oh. Kate, can you see my desktop now? Yes or no? I only see a page that says how to own your intake. Ah. Oh no, hold on. One moment. How do I share my screen? Let's see. Hang tight with me. I am so sorry. You're about to see me. Not what we want. I'll take that off. All right, let me see. Okay, can you see the MyFitnessPal in front of you right now? If you can, please say yes. Fantastic. All right. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, wait. Nope. I'm getting messages at different times. Darn it. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can figure this out. What about now? Can you see my screen? No. And Kate, I'm assuming the answer is no as well. Oh, wait. There we go. Any luck? Yes, perfect. All right. Thank you. Cool. So, once we're logged into MyFitnessPal, all you need to do, hit your goals, edit, set your calorie goals, which you'll see how to do in a separate video, and then balance them out like I recommend. For most people, I recommend one of several options. This is one. It's a little more aggressive. 20% carbs, 40% fat, 40% protein. Does it work? Yes, but it works mainly if you're hitting your calorie goal. If you're overeating, then it doesn't matter what the balance is as much. You're not going to see a change on the scale. Okay? So, what I do, what I recommend you do, is I'm going to give you one simple tip today. Okay? If you know you got that one meal coming up where you are going to be out at a nice steak dinner, what you do, find the restaurant. Let's say you're going to Outback. Add the food, Outback. Pick out what you want in advance. It's also going to be an eye opener. Okay? Let's say you're going for the ribeye. Ooh. No, let's not say ribeye. Sirloin. 6 ounces at the dinner. Okay? Done. Now that I know what my budget is for the rest of the day, I'm not stressed out over what I need to pick for dinner. I know exactly how to build out the rest of my day so I still am on target for my goal. Okay? Just one simple example. I did that on Saturday because my friends wanted to take me out for dinner. Very nice of them. So I punched it in. Exactly what I planned to have. Guess what? I went a little bit over on my bottom line, but I didn't beat myself up over it because I was at dinner and I knew, okay, I've budgeted basically to enjoy this great steak and these Brussels sprouts, but I want to try the mushrooms. And it's not going to kill me. It's not going to ruin my day. And I was okay with that. But you can imagine how terrible you would feel if you said, "Oh, I ate great. I ate so healthy today." And then you punch the numbers in, you're 1,000 calories over. How's that going to make you feel? Are you going to feel like a failure? Yes. Are you going to be frustrated? Yes. Are you going to see probably no change on the scale, if not the weight going up? Yes. So that's why this simple approach makes so much sense, okay? And as much of the habit of putting our food in is great, also just having the awareness around how much things are worth in front of us is huge because that gives you confidence in your choices. Because a lot of times, I'll point out that, oh, do you realize how much little protein's in that, in your legumes or, your beans or whatever? And then they're like, oh no, I thought it was high in protein, but what's that really mean? And then they look at the numbers and they say, wow, it's 40 grams of carbs. So it's basically all carbs and like 5 to 7 grams of protein. I might as well be eating just a bunch of bread, not literally, but you get the idea. So that's why this is so important. It's so simple, but it's so important. And it seems redundant, it seems frustrating. Making any change with our habits or whatever it is always going to come off and feel that way. So your mission is simply to create this habit. And my challenge for you is that you do this for at least 2 to 4 weeks. Okay? Closer to the 4 is going to make a big difference because you're going to create awareness. Once you have awareness around how much you're eating, then you can make less emotional decisions around what to eat when and how much you really need. Okay? Does that make sense? So that is pretty much all I wanted to cover tonight because I don't want to overwhelm you with information. Just download the app and plug your foods in. But going back to our let's see if I can get this to work right on the first try. Our PowerPoint. Simple steps to fat loss success. Step 1, set your goals. Step 2, track your progress. Okay, that's why we have fit clients now. Step 3, be consistent. Step 4, make a full commitment. Half commitments do not count. And step 5, evaluate your progress. Measure. That which gets measured gets managed, okay? So your homework is real simple. Buy a food scale. You can get a plastic one that bobbles for about $10 at Walmart. Or you can get an electronic one, which I recommend for maybe $20 to $30. Okay. Third, measure out what you have been eating. And then fourth, compare a week average intake versus your daily recommended intake. I hope that gives you simple steps to do. Those are steps. I'll post these in our group. Okay. But this is how you create the habit and build success with your nutrition. Bodybuilders, for example, which we are not, track their calories down to the T. They do not miss a calorie. But look at the results they get. Do you need to have 5% body fat? Absolutely not. And I would not recommend it for you at all. Okay. But the habit speaks for itself. If someone's getting that kind of results with that kind of commitment, if you gave 80 to 90% of the level of commitment that they give, you're going to get 80 to 90% of the results, which is incredible health and feeling and looking incredible in the process, which does a lot for our lives personally and professionally. So how do you know how many calories you're supposed to have? Great question, Lori. I'm actually going to post this short video on the page of our 6 simple nutrition system where I explained that. It's a pretty simple process, and there's a cheat sheet of recommended calories as well. It's got to balance them out, and MyFitnessPal does the work for you. So that ends tonight's short and simple lesson. I wanted you to take something away of use. So I look forward to this being the buzz at the gym now that I've given you everything you need. Any questions, go ahead and either drop them in the next couple seconds, or I'll look for some comments below this video.